All right, here I'm going to show you some mini band exercises that you can do that are really going to help strengthen our hips, our butt, and our hip flexors. Okay, these areas are super important for every single thing in daily life. So let's really get those strong. Let's work on how to use them correctly, and let's get out of some pain and get stronger. So you can buy these mini bands on Amazon for super cheap. Usually they'll come in packs of different colors. Usually it's like yellow, green, blue, and black. Okay, so yellow is the lightest if you get that pack, green, then blue, and then black is the heaviest. So grab one with the different sizes, so then as you get better, you can do more. And then if you ever break one, which happens, then you can just move on to another one. So first one, we're gonna do side steps. So we wanna put this band around our ankles. Okay, when we're doing side steps, we wanna make sure that we never want to come within hip width. So we don't want the band to ever come in here. So keep it hip width, and we want our toes facing forward. You're naturally going to want to put those toes out because that will help us get a little more leverage, but we want to put the toes forward so we're working the muscles that we're focusing on here. Then we're going to do a little hip hinge back, so I have a straight back, just a little hip hinge here. Keeping my toes forward, I'm going to drive off my back foot, and I'm going to push out. Bring my foot back to hip width, push, back in. And then we'll go the other way, pushing off this back leg. What you don't want to do is lift, so I have a big hip rock. Every time, I want to keep these hips pretty level as we're going back and forth. So you can just do one or two steps either way if you don't have a lot of room, or if you have a lot of space, you can get all of your steps in. I would recommend doing between 10 and 20 steps each direction per set, and you can do anywhere from 1 to 3 to 4 sets. So that's side steps. The next one I want to do is monster walk. So this one, we again want our toes nice and straight. We want to get out as wide as we can here, little hip hinge back, and then just big steps, keeping nice and wide. So we'll go forward, we can go backwards. Again, I recommend between 10 and 20 steps, forward and backwards for 1 to 4 sets. Alrighty, so we've done side steps and monster walks. Now we're gonna move the band to focus on pulling back. So we're gonna just move the band backwards now. So I'm gonna have a slight lean forward, and then once I'm in the slight lean position, I do not want to move my torso anymore. Okay, so you'll see what I mean in a second. So slight lean forward, then I'm going to squeeze my butt and pull that band back. Squeezing the butt. So if you need to, put your hand on your glutes so you can feel them actually tighten and activate. Because what happens a lot is people will start to pull with their hamstrings or with their low back. So if you're feeling tightness in your low back doing these, make sure you really hand on the glutes, slightly forward, and then squeeze your glutes so you can feel your glutes pulling it back. Alrighty, what we're doing the slight lean forward is we don't want to lean forward and pull back just to get further. So if this is as far as I can go, that's fine. Keep it there. Those are called pullbacks. Recommend between 6 and 15. Start low, go higher as you can, 1 to 4 sets. Now we're going to put the band around the arch of our foot. Okay, and then we're going to start again about hip width, slight hinge position here. And these are called penguin walks. So we're just going to do short little quick steps, keeping those toes forward, picking both feet up. We're not sliding the back foot along. Just short little quick steps, never letting the band come closer than hip width. Those are called penguin steps, and those will really set your hips on fire. So those I recommend start at like 8 to 10 and then go up as you can. Next one, we're gonna just do some plain old squats. So we're gonna put the band up underneath our knees, so they're directly under. Again, try to get your toes facing forward on this. Hip to shoulder width, maybe just outside of shoulder width. Toes facing forward. I'm going to sit back like I'm sitting in a chair and try to pull the band apart as I go down. So pull the band apart, sit back. From the side, you see I hip hinge first, so I hip hinge, pull back. Make sure our whole foot stays on the ground. We're never falling back on our heels, nor up onto our toes. Okay, that's just a normal squat. Again, 10 to 20 reps. It's a good place to start there. This one is a standing clamshell. So, slight hip hinge. Okay, we want to make sure we're keeping this torso and upper body stable. We just want to be moving our hips and down. So we're here, and then we're going to open up, come back. And we're actually turning our foot and everything out. So we really want to open up, come back down. All right, that's a standing clamshell. That one, start with only about 5 reps. See if you can keep balance and then go up from there. All right, next, we're gonna pull that band up over our knees and we're gonna hop on the ground. We're gonna do glute bridges. So with the glute bridge, we wanna make sure we keep that band outside of our hip level. Then we're gonna squeeze glutes, go up to the ceiling, back down. Keeping the band out the whole time. We don't want our knees to come back in. Band is out, squeeze at the top, come back down. So that one, you can go just for reps, or you can start adding time at the top. So maybe start with just 10 reps with a 1 second hold at the top. Then let's add a 3 second hold at the top, and then try to get a 5 second hold. Or you can just do like 3 to 5 reps with a 10 second hold at the top. So the longer you're holding, make sure you're squeezing your glutes the whole time. Don't let your back do the work, okay? Make sure that our butt is what is squeezing up. Then we have sideline clamshells. So on this one, we want to be at about 90 degrees here. I'll shoot it this way. So about 90 and then 90. Okay, you can be up or down with your arm. That's up to you. Heels stay together. Pull the band apart. So this is going to be an easier variation than the standing clamshell. And let's go 10 to 20 reps there. A more difficult level of the sideline clamshell we can do is we can add a hip lift into it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be, again, 90-90. And then as we go up, we're going to lift our hip off the ground and lift our foot off of our ankle. So we're going to lift up, squeeze so my hips come forward, and make a straight line, then back down. So my hips come, make a straight line here. I'm getting my foot off, then I come back down. And that is a sideline clamshell with a hip lift. Alrighty, there are tons more mini band exercises you can do. If you are only going to buy one piece of equipment for your house, I recommend these, okay? You can do rows with one arm. You can do all sorts of stuff with them. So, recommend these. They're cheap on Amazon. Hope that gives you some good ideas. If you ever want a finisher, just put some of those exercises together. Your glutes and hips will be on fire. So, have a great workout today, and that's some mini band exercises for you.